midfield position for him. He finds McDonald. The cross comes over to Speedie, who's forced back a little, and then with his left foot chips it over the top. It'll be a little too far in front of Peter Beagrie, but the intention was there from Kevin Speedie, who of course is Welsh-born but plays for the Republic of Ireland. I have to mention that, Jim.
After Wednesday, it's no wonder, is it really, Ron? You Welshman, yeah. Yes,
you promised you wouldn't mention Wednesday.
No. I said I wouldn't mention it. 3-0, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
But Speedie has got tremendous left-footed skills. I know Howard Kendall thinks, he can still have a big impression on Everton. He can help to turn this team round. He's such a lot of experience as well.
Because I think he's still on the transfer list, isn't he? Wants to get away. Anyway, Everton it is who attack down the right this time. Pat Nevin jumps high, does well, gets it to Speedie, left-footed. Speedie just clips a little ball up to the edge of the area. It wasn't really aimed for anyone especially, and it's Venison who intercepts nice and easily and then finds Nicol, who plays it up to the halfway line. Barnes is beaten by Ratcliffe, heads it high in the air. The ball bounces over the touchline just down in front of us. Liverpool 0, Everton 0, 15 minutes gone in this first half. And still no sign of a goal so far. Still the early sparring. Now Nicol for Liverpool on the right. Turns it across with his right foot. Headed clear by Watson. Mulvey left-footed. Deflected and a goal! A goal for Liverpool. Jan Mulvey with a left-footed drive from the edge of the area. Certainly a deflection off an Everton defender. And Neville Southall, who'd started to go to his right. The ball eventually beating him at his left hand. And Liverpool take the lead. Liverpool 1, Everton 0.
Yes, and that goal, I think, came from two poor-headed clearances, really. The first one, Ratcliffe never really got away, headed it back to Nicol. Nicol put the cross in and to Watson, and Watson headed the ball out straight to Mulvey. Mulvey picked it up, but Watson it was who tried to cover his own error, really. And Mulvey hit it first time with his left foot from the edge of the D on the penalty area, and it just took a slight deflection and finished past Neville Southall's left hand. It was well struck, but I think Howard Kendall was a bit disappointed in his two central defenders there. They both had a chance to clear.
Well, we can welcome World Service listeners, wherever you may be, with the news that Liverpool have just taken the lead. Jan Mulvey, who's only come into the side because of Steve McMahon's injury. Liverpool leading by 1-0 then here at Anfield. 16 minutes gone, just over. Let me quickly tell you that it's now Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0. Niall Quinn getting a second goal for Manchester City. Gary Megson got the first. Here it's Liverpool 1, Everton 0. And to take us through to half-time, Mike Ingham.
Thank you, Ron. And not a snowflake in sight. And Grobbelaar has the ball, about to clear this towards the cop from left to right. And it's a good one, into the Everton half. Watson's there, first for Everton. And Everton are still scrambling to get this one back, and now they do from McDonald to Neville Southall. Mulvey with the goal then after 16 minutes to settle Liverpool down, looking to go top, of course, of the First Division. That goal, not good news for Arsenal followers listening this afternoon. Their game, of course, one of the many, many casualties. 1-0 to Liverpool. Everton have a chance. Centre circle, Milligan. A mistake by Ebrel, really, up in the air from him, gives it back again to Liverpool. Everton try again now, down this near side, left-hand side, playing it quickly through midfield. Back again to Ebrel, just inside the Liverpool half. Good ball from him down the line. Sheedy's chasing. Hussein comes across, and Sheedy gets what he was after. A corner kick to Everton, near side of the field, the left-hand side, at their first of the game, and Pat Nevin coming across to take it. A chance to throw Dave Watson forward. Just Kevin Ratcliffe staying back in the centre circle. Sharp will be dangerous if it's anywhere near him in the area. The corner kick comes in, looking for Watson. Watson can't get there. Hussein gets it away, but not very far. Everton still continue. Near side, Nevin on the ball again. Nevin going hard towards the area. Drives it across. Good work there by Nevin. Comes out to McDonald. McDonald's shot! And that tests Grobbelaar, dipping late. Grobbelaar stands on his line and holds. Good little burst there for Everton, and they needed it too.
Yes, they did. It was a very good shot. I seen McDonald score from that distance, but it fell awkwardly for him. It seemed to be about chest high. He dropped it down and hit it first time on the volley. It was a good volley. It was dipping, and it would have gone in. Grobbelaar was alert to it, pulled it down just under the bar.
And it's produced some songs now from the Anfield Road end away to the left. The Everton fans there, traditionally, of course, for the derby game. Everton in their blue shirts getting caught in possession inside their own half, but McCall coming back to get the tackle. And it's out of play over on the far side for Liverpool's throw. Burrows has taken it, and he gets it back again from his captain, Whelan. Burrows forced to go back, though, into the Liverpool half, and they do that so well, keeping possession, playing it through the defence And now they arrive to this near... No, Venison's ball was a bad one. It's been cut out by Beagrie. Oh, and then Beagrie just pumps it too far ahead of him, and Venison's able to get it and to make up for the error, and from the angle gives it back to Grobbelaar. Doesn't hold on to it too long, throws it to the far side, and now Burrows and Staunton and Ablett involved again down that Liverpool left. And Everton are pressurising well in midfield. They stop Liverpool from crossing the halfway line. McDonald's on the ball again now and finds little Nevin down the right. Milligan takes over, and now McCall comes into the movement in midfield. Back with Nevin over on the far side. Burrows rather commits himself, and Nevin's gone round him, and he tries to go round Mulby. He falls to the floor, looks at the referee. Lester Shapter says play on, and Mulby's there again for Liverpool. Square ball to this near side. Venison in quite a bit of space. Liverpool again just keeping the possession and then clearing from the back. Hussein into the Everton half. Speedie gets above Watson and beats him in the air, but Barnes is not there this time for Liverpool, and Everton regroup and they give it away. A poor ball from Beagrie. Now will Liverpool make something of this? Barnes on this near side, tangling with Beagrie. Barnes spins round and now gives it to Nicol down the near side, the Liverpool right. Nicol coming in field, being patient, and then just gives it back to Venison. Venison bursts forward, runs into Milligan though, and does well. Venison, he comes back again after making a mistake, a feature of his game so far. Now Barnes jinking through three Everton players. Milligan's there though to stop him. Very competitive as always, and now Beagrie going on a break for Everton, hits it long with his left foot, looking for Sharp, who hasn't really had too many chances yet. The ball breaks to Sheedy on the edge of the area. Sheedy with a right foot looking for Sharp, but he misses Sharp, and Staunton's back there, the covering player for Liverpool. Gets a very good ball up towards the halfway line. Speedy lays it off, back to Burrows. Burrows' high ball, bouncing over on the far side, is kept in by Staunton, and then played forward early into the area. It's Barnes against Ebrel. Ebrel just forces Barnes to go wide, attacking the Kop here. Liverpool one up through Mulby, and Barnes trying to go round Ebrel. Gets the ball in. Everton have not got this away cleanly yet. Now there's a chance for Nevin to clear, and he can't get the ball out of his own half. McCall has a go, and he has another go now. The little gingerhead Scot, McCall, crosses the halfway line, under pressure from Burrows over on the far side, and McCall carries the ball out of play. It's a Liverpool throw.
Graham Sharp's playing as a lone target man, and it's very difficult for him, and Everton are having problems getting up in to support him as well. What's happening is the ball's being knocked up to Sharp, then he's feeding it back to one of the 4 or 5 players who are coming from midfield, and at this present time Everton aren't really causing any threat at all to Grobbelaar.
Well, it is Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0 at Main Road. The second goal there now has been awarded to David White and not to Niall Quinn. Gary Makeson definitely got the first, former Everton player. It's Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0. In the third division, Bolton 0, Huddersfield 1. It's Blackburn 0, Portsmouth 0, as David Speedie almost stretches to a long ball from the back, with Everton caught a little square there, but he just couldn't quite reach it, and it goes through to Neville Southall. Busier of the two goalkeepers just at the moment, but now Everton trying to get back into this game with 28.5 minutes gone. They're one behind, but a good run here now from Nevin. Nevin's little chip almost worked as well, but Sheedy was just offside, and that's a free kick to Liverpool on the edge of the penalty area. Remember, Liverpool just need to take a point. They want 3, of course, but they just need to take a point to go back above Arsenal at the top of the first division. And this, of course, as well as being a very important league game, is also just a little dress rehearsal as well for the cup game between these two sides tomorrow week. Liverpool against Everton on Sunday afternoon. Now Liverpool again. The ball is bouncing dangerously on the edge of the Everton area. Ratcliffe just hacks that up into the air. Everton at full stretch here. They've given it away. Whelan and Nicol combine in midfield. Whelan now goes to the far side. Neat build up here from Liverpool. Barnes with an early little layoff. It wasn't read by anybody though. Everton clear. Sheedy looking for Sharp, but Ablett is there, inches away from Sharp, takes it away from the Scottish striker, and Liverpool very methodically build again, looking to Mulby in the centre circle. Mulby, beautiful ball, neatly brought down by Nicol just down below us on the right. Nicol makes the run, looking for the return from Venison, but Ebrel was there anticipating for Everton. The ball is out of play, halfway inside the Everton half, near side of the field, Liverpool's right, for a throw-in. Barry Venison, wearing 9, Rush's shirt, but certainly not playing in his position. Right back Venison now, with his left foot, high ball, arc towards Barnes. Barnes jumps with Watson, still inside the Everton half. Whelan now clatters it to the far side. Staunton can't take it first time. Now he's got the ball and lays it infield to Burrows. Burrows trying to go on the outside of Nevin, drags the ball back into the area. Speedie tangles with Watson. Sheedy is back covering for Everton. And now they look again to Nevin's pace down that far side of the field. Nevin, though, hits it straight at Whelan, and Everton have to try again from the back. McDonald decides to change the direction and finds Ebrel near side. Now Beagrie. Beagrie taking on Venison. He comes inside Venison and he goes around Nicol as well. Now Beagrie, what can he do? He's got support on this near side from Ebrel. Gives it to Ebrel, the left back. Ebrel, square ball for McCall. 30 yards out. McCall up towards the edge of the area. Laid off by Sharp, but there's nobody there. Sharp, of course, playing for the most part as a lone striker here. And he played it off there, hoping that somebody would be in harness with him, but they weren't. And Liverpool again to bring out the ball from the back.
The injury to Andy Hinchcliffe, the left full-backs, has given Everton a problem, really. It's taking young Ebrel out of midfield where he's been playing well, and he's had to come to left full-back, and he's a right-footed player. It is noticeable whenever he's had the ball, he's always transferred it to his right foot before playing it forward, and I always think that just takes the width out of the play, and I think it stretches defences when you have width, when you've got width on both sides. And at this particular time, I think Everton is just suffering a little bit down this left-hand side because of that.
Long kick downfield is bouncing dangerously, but Ablett's there. Yeah, we had the situation in reverse last Sunday, didn't we, with Staunton playing on the right-hand side.
That's right.
For Liverpool at Manchester United, I remember. But Staunton is now playing left-hand side. Nicol down the right, and Everton in possession with the man that Jimmy was talking about, Ebrel. Ebrel for Sheedy, former Liverpool player, of course. Sheedy trying to go forward, but Nicol squeezing him all the time. This is good pressure from Liverpool in midfield. And then as they get the ball up to the halfway line, it's too high for Nevin. But now Everton have got it on the ground, and Nevin's playing on the near side now for the first time in the game. Long ball looking for Sharp. Hussein gets a vital interception, and Burrows is there, tucking it back for Bruce Grobbelaar. The two Everton substitutes, by the way, this afternoon, Martin Keown and Tony Cottee. So Howard Kendall does have Tony Cottee up his sleeve, just in case he gets desperate and needs to pull goals back in this game. 1-0 to Liverpool. Molby's goal deflected past Neville Southall after 16 minutes, after mistakes by both Ratcliffe and Watson at the back. Neither of them got very good headers in for Everton, and Liverpool made them pay for it. Milligan and McCall almost getting each other's way in the centre circle. Everton again a little sloppy at the back with the distribution. Mistake by McDonald, but then he manages to retrieve it, and it's back again with Southall.
One of the reasons why Everton are having problems getting at Liverpool's back four is because Liverpool have got Nicol playing wide on the right and Staunton on the left, and they're both really full backs. So defensively, they're both very capable players.
It's down the Everton left. Sheedy with a flashing cross, and Ablett skims it away to the far side. Beagrie turns it in again. Ablett goes in with strong work on the floor this time. And if McCall had given that back to Sheedy on the near side, then there would have been a few problems for Liverpool, but it was a poor ball from McCall, and Liverpool clear. And Speedie on his home debut rather dwells on the ball on the halfway line, and Abrel just whacks it straight into touch down this near side. And Lester Shapter with the snowy white hair to match the weather signals that Everton have got the throw in. It must have come off Speedie, and Abrel just inquires where, just short of the halfway line, and throws it back to his captain, Kevin Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe left-footed up towards Sharp. Sharp against Ablett, and blocked by Nicol. Has another go now, Sharp, just inside the Liverpool half. Now Abrel coming into the move. Abrel appeals for handball against Venison. Play on, though, says the referee. Nevin's in possession, but Venison manages to get that ball away from Nevin, and it's a throw to Everton. Everton now building down this near side, the left-hand side. Little Milligan and Abrel. And now Sheedy. This is a good build-up here from Everton. Left-footed cross is a poor one, though, from Sheedy. That final ball is not coming in for Everton, but Milligan is scampering around well in midfield and wins it back again for his team. Now Nevin, and a good run for Sheedy. Close to the dead ball line. A higher cross this time. Looking for Sharp, and headed away by David Burrows. It's kept in over on the far side by the corner flag, by Beagrie, who loses his footing. Maybe just a little bit of ice over there, and the ball is out of play off Staunton for an Everton throw. It was a good cross that time from Sheedy. Grobbelaar didn't go for it. Burrows got it away. Another cross comes in. Nevin tries to go around Ablett, and he falls in the area. Looks immediately at the referee. Graham Sharp protests. Lester Shapter runs 30 yards away from the players. Play on, he says. That was not a penalty. Jimmy Armfield.
No, I think he was right. I think he just went for the ball, and I think Nevin tried to make a little bit out of it. It's a fair distance from us, but none of the Everton players seem to appeal about it anyway. I think it's worth mentioning just a moment ago, that was a lovely move down the left-hand side, which Sheedy put over the cross. It was a very important header by Burrows on the back post, because for the first time Everton did cause Grobbelaar a bit of a problem, and Sharp was there ready to put it in if Burrows had not got in with the header.
Again, it's the Everton supporters making themselves heard. Capacity crowd here at Anfield. Howard Kendall relishing, I'm sure, being involved in this fixture again, but not be too pleased with the scoreline. Some 9 minutes to go in the first half. Everton are one behind, but now they're pressing. A high ball from McCall. Again, Ablett is there, taking responsibility at the back for Liverpool. Sheedy with another cross. Grobbelaar doesn't come for it. It runs dangerously. Beagre's cross, and this time Grobbelaar pounces at the near post and then gets rid of it very quickly, hoping that Barnes can maybe catch Everton at the back. The crowd appeal, certainly from the Everton point of view, for handball against Barnes. Play on again, says the referee. Molby disputing possession with Milligan, and now a little room for Venison. Now he decides to give it back again to Molby in the centre circle, and Molby with some disgust gets rid of it straight away. Now Nicol, near side, runs straight into Sheedy, and Sheedy showing good balance, and then a lovely little flick forward to set up Nevin. Nevin going down this near side again, the left-hand side. Whelan is coming back to help the defenders. Nevin drifts infield, then plays a delicate reverse ball for McCall on the edge of the area. McCall back to Sheedy. Sheedy's cross, Sharp's header, and turned away by Grobbelaar, and in the end cleared by Ablett. A superb move. Sheedy's cross, Sharp's header, and Grobbelaar got the save when it mattered, and Everton have got the corner on the near side. But Everton, just at the moment, enjoying a very good period in the game. And what can Nevin do with this corner kick? Nevin's corner, it's loose in the area. Watson back to Sheedy. Sheedy's drive is blocked, and that's another corner. Anfield Road end. This time, though, the far side of the field, the Everton right. Marvellous
save by Grobbelaar, but that was a very good move, that, by Everton. 4 very good passes together after Nevin had created the opening. I thought it was in. It's a good header by Sharp, only about 6 yards out. Somehow Grobbelaar got it over the top.
Sheedy with the corner kick for Everton down the right-hand side. Sharp jumps at the near post, and Molby clears for Liverpool, but not very far. Staunton tries to race clear, and he's clearly fouled by Stuart McCall, and Lester Shapter agrees, and that's a free kick to Liverpool, and just a little respite for them. Now we have goals in all of the games being played in England, just the 4 of them, because it's now Blackburn 0, Portsmouth 1 at Ewood Park. Colin Clark for Portsmouth. Elsewhere, Bolton 0, Huddersfield 1, Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0. Here a bit of John Barnes magic now on the edge of the Everton penalty area, and in the end all Everton can do about that is to foul Barnes, and Liverpool have got a free kick just a couple of yards out of the area, left-hand side, left edge, over on the far side as we look at it. Molby and Staunton over the ball, but Lester Shapter first of all wants Everton's wall of 3 back another couple of yards. And they're saying we are 10 yards. Lester Shapter says no, you're not, and in the end Beagre pulls Sharp back another yard. Liverpool's free kick. Hussein goes forward to reinforce the area. The cross from Molby, and the header in the end was from Everton's Graham Sharp, and it's a Liverpool corner down the near side, the right. Liverpool 1, Everton 0. It's been like that since the 16th minute. Jan Molby's shot deflected past Neville Southall from the edge of the area. Liverpool's corner. Staunton, as always, to come across from the left to the right to take this one and curl it in with his left foot. Hussein has stayed up there, and Speedie too, of course, is dangerous in the air from these set pieces. Staunton's corner kick is headed away again, this time by Graham Sharp. Staunton can't keep it in and settles for the throw-in 15 yards from the corner flag. Barnes receives from Staunton and gives it back to the Irishman. Staunton's cross is half cleared by Nevin, but it's still on the edge of the area. Nicol tries a shot, left-footed over his shoulder, and Neville Southall's behind that one all the way in front of the cop and prepares to clear downfield.
Yes, and the game has moved into second gear now, all right. It's tempo's definitely stepped up. Tackles are flying in. The game's moved up in terms of the tempo altogether.
Everton again have been a little bit wasteful at the back, though. Liverpool right back in possession, and it's with Molby in the inside left position. Molby still carrying the ball forward, lays it up towards the edge of the area. Barnes tried to flick it off for Speedie. Everton had enough defenders back that time, though, and Ebrel gives it back again to Neville Southall. Now then, can Everton get this one well and truly out of their own half? It's aimed towards Sharp. Sharp against Ablett. One of the duels of the game. Beagre now, strong work from Beagre on the edge of the area, tries to line up a left foot shot, and again the block was by Gary Ablett, who is getting in some very important defensive work there for Liverpool. In the continued absence, of course, of Gary Gillespie and Alan Hansen, he's starting to threaten to make that number 6 shirt his own at the back alongside Glenn Hussein. And it's back again with Bruce Grobbelaar, who made that terrific save a few moments ago from an almost point-blank header from Graham Sharp. Grobbelaar's kick. Speedie tried a very delicate flick on, but Everton weren't fooled by that. And again, then the final pass from midfield doesn't work out for them. And Liverpool just push it around at the back. Hussein on the edge of his area. High ball for Venison, and that was all in the end played just a little bit too hurriedly, and Liverpool lost out. And Everton can now step inside the Liverpool half, halfway inside the half, to take a throw-in. We've got 4 minutes left of the first half. It's Liverpool 1, Everton 0. Everton following the throw-in. Well, all Ratcliffe could do under the challenge from John Barnes from 40 yards was to give it back again to the Welshman Southall. Southall again with plenty of height, hoping that Sharp can beat Ablett. A back header from Ablett. Whelan is there as always, covering for Liverpool, but Venison can't get it away cleanly, and Everton try again. Down this left-hand side. Little toe poker from Ebrel. Venison's there at the back though for Liverpool, and now they get a good ball into the centre of the field for Steve Staunton. Staunton goes pelting through that centre circle. They're looking for a bit of width now, Liverpool, and Burrows provides it down that far side, but McDonald is able to come in and make a sliding tackle, but still not get it away. And Staunton tries again now, 25 yards out. The ball into Barnes! Barnes on the volley, breathtakingly saved by Southall. A wonderful move that from Liverpool. Staunton's ball, Barnes with the finish, and Southall with the super save. And it's a corner kick to Liverpool down this near side of the field. So a couple of tremendous saves from Grobbelaar and now Southall. And Steve Staunton to take the Liverpool corner. Left-footed as always, curled in, looking for Hussein with a header, and Southall made the save, but the whistle's gone anyway. I think Hussein's been penalised. And what about that last incident, Jimmy?
Magical moment, really, I thought. It was good play by Burrows to start with. Liverpool's move looked to be phasing out on the left-hand side, but he kept it in play, played it back to Staunton. When it came in and Barnes volleyed it from about 8 yards, it looked certain to finish in the back of the net. But somehow Southall, reflex save, tipped the ball over the bars.
Well, it could so easily be now Liverpool 2, Everton 1, had it not been for a world-class goalkeeping down there by the man who's just, first of all, picking up the ball for Liverpool, Bruce Grobbelaar. And again to young Ablett at the back, and now Grobbelaar to clear downfield. 2 minutes left then in the first half. It's Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0, Bolton 0, Huddersfield 1, and Blackburn 0, Portsmouth 1, in the other 3 league games being played in England. 1-0 to Liverpool. And now a chance again for Staunton to pose problems down the left-hand side. Drills the ball in with his left foot. Barnes with the turn, blocked by Everton's Milligan, and it goes behind for another Liverpool corner. This time over on the far side, left-hand side, attacking the Kop here, and Steve Staunton to take it. Liverpool, remember, without Ian Rush and without Steve McMahon, still no place in the starting lineup though for Peter Beardsley, one of the 2 substitutes today. Liverpool's corner this time to be taken down the left by Scotland's Steve Nicol. Hussein on the penalty spot, moving about, Speedie there as well, and the corner kick is taken by Nicol. Staunton can't get there, comes back again to Nicol down the left, level with the edge of the Everton penalty area, trying to play the ball to the feet of Staunton. Everton no tidy up, and then McDonald plays it right across the edge of his own penalty area. That really might have caused his own team problems, but fortunately from his point of view they got away with it. And now Everton steer neatly to this near side, and Kevin Sheedy rewards the run from Ebrel, and Ebrel sets off now, getting towards the dead ball line. High ball to the far post, headed away by Burrows, only as far as McCall on the edge of the area. McCall very hastily swings it in, it breaks to McDonald. McDonald's shot, and Sharp had a chance, and now Sheedy has a chance, and it's just wide. Oh, there were so many attempts to clear that from Liverpool, they never really came to terms with it. And in the end, Sheedy drags the left foot shot just wide of the far post. We have 25 seconds left in the first half, and it's still somehow Liverpool 1, Everton 0.
There's a glorious chance, that ball coming in from the right-hand side. McDonald, he did the right thing, he just drove the ball straight across the box. It was never really cleared, and Venison tried to volley it away on the turn, and he only half hit it. Sheedy was no more than 6 yards out on the angle. I would have put money on him hitting the target from there, and he's put it an inch or two past the post.
You felt that all he had to do really was to make clean contact, Kevin Sheedy, but not on that occasion. And we now enter the added time in the first half to be played by Leicester Shapter. It's an Everton free kick just 5 yards from the halfway line, back inside their own half, and Kevin Ratcliffe to take it. Ratcliffe as always, looks for Sharp, but Hussein gets there first for Liverpool. Headed back inside the area. A must chance here now for Nevin, and Nevin scores for Everton. The free kick was taken by Ratcliffe, and Liverpool didn't get it away, and it finally broke kindly for Nevin on the floor. The little Scot shuffled on forwards, and then from about 5 yards left Grobbelaar helpless, and Everton have got the goal that they threatened. Liverpool 1, Everton 1.
Free kick taken quickly. Liverpool's defence caught out because Everton were allowed to get the header in, and when it was knocked down, I think it was Sharp knocked it down. There was two people together. I think it was Sharp knocked it down, and Nevin was astounded really to find himself 6 yards out and in front of Grobbelaar. And there it was. It's given a half-time score of 1 each, and I think he was so amazed he nearly fell over it when he first came, but he's scrambled it in with his right foot, and it's probably just about justice. It's just about justice.
Just to confirm, that is the half-time score. It was almost the very last bit of action in the first half. Pat Nevin really now setting up a splendid second half here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Everton 1. Lots of excitement, and you think the scoreline's about right, Jimmy, do you?
Yes, I do. I think Everton started well, then Liverpool got on top for about 20 minutes, and they got the goal through Mulby. And despite the absence of Rush and McMahon, I thought that Mulby and Whelan were starting to put a bit of pressure on midfield. We're seeing Staunton coming up the left side and Nicol up the right. Barnes was always a threat. Sheedy's been quiet, though, in the first 45 minutes. But gradually Everton started to get a few things together. The crowd got them going a little bit. Sheedy was the mainspring. He missed one chance. Grobbelaar made a marvellous save off Sharp. And then right on half-time, it was a perfect moment. That's why all these supporters from Everton are shouting and singing now. Nevin's got them the goal they just about deserve.
And I suppose now that they're back in the game, that save that Neville Southwell made from John Barnes turns out to be even more important.
Oh, it was. That was the magical moment of the half for me. I thought it was a wonderful moment. Good cross from Staunton after Burrows had done some good work. But it was the way that Barnes struck it on the run. It really was superb, and I thought, well, that's a homer right away. But Neville Southwell, he's had plenty of practice this week, though, playing for Wales, hasn't he? I know Ron's looking at me. But that really was a marvellous save. It really was. Reflex save, I know, but really was marvellous save.
And just one final point about the half. Liverpool again have conceded a goal following a high ball from a set piece from a free kick.
That's right. It was. Well, what it was basically was they weren't really alert to the situation. The free kick was taken rather quickly, and they were still looking around and trying to sort themselves out. Left one man unmarked who got the free header. I'm not totally sure it was, but I think it was Sharp. I was watching the other players as they were all moving about, but Nevin suddenly found himself on the 6-yard box with the ball and nobody near him. And as I say, he nearly fell over the ball to start with. Right footer into the net.
Thanks, Jimmy. Well, there are lots and lots of commentators from all around the world on this television gantry, beaming this game back to lots and lots of countries as well. They've enjoyed the half, I'm sure, looking forward to the second 45 minutes. We are now going to have a Blackpool pork pie, courtesy of James Armfield, on this cold afternoon.
Welcome back as Everton have the ball in the centre circle. They will kick off in the second half. A reminder that it's Liverpool 1, Everton 1, and goals in the first half from Jan Mulby after 16 minutes, giving Liverpool the lead, and then the equaliser right on the stroke of half-time by little Pat Nevin. And we're now prepared to get underway. Lester Shapter, the referee, blows the whistle, and off we go with the ball in the Everton half, which is away to our left in this second half. First defensive header from Glenn Hussein at the heart of the Liverpool defence. They're away to our right, defending the cop end, and Barnes finds a little space on the halfway line. Off he goes, elegantly forward, switches it to the right to Nicol, who cuts in field, halfway inside the Everton half. Now right-footed, tries to thread it through to Staunton, who'd made the run down the left. He's beaten, though, by Beagrie, who in turn tries to do a little too much, and Ronnie Whelan gets in a tackle, but is injured in the tackle, and Whelan remains down halfway inside the Everton half. Meanwhile, the ball is played up the right-hand side, and Ablett, not for the first time this afternoon, gets in ahead of Graham Sharp, wins it well on the corner of his own penalty area, plays it square to Hussein. Ronnie Whelan is on his feet again, but is limping rather badly. Remember, Ronnie Whelan's been out for some time. In fact, he missed 9 games with an injury, and he'll now get some attention because David Speedie is bundled over on the far side. First free kick of this second half will go to Liverpool, and indeed Liverpool's captain goes down. It looks as if he may have got a bang on the ankle, Jimmy Armfield.
Yes, he has. It's no question about that, and it could be serious for Liverpool. They can't afford to lose him, I don't think, at this stage. You know, he's just coming back as an important part of the season. He's been missing. He's a very important player to them. He provides a linchpin in centre field. He plays just in front of the two central defenders and makes the occasional break now. He's not quite as sharp as he used to be, but he is definitely an important player to them. I think Kenny Dalglish can't afford to have him out very long.
Let me quickly, while Ronnie Whelan is having some attention, go through the Liverpool lineup. It's Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Barry Venison is at right back. Glenn Hussein, Gary Ablett and David Burrows making up the back four. Steve Nicol, Ronnie Whelan, who's having that attention. Jan Molby, the scorer of the goal. Steve Staunton, John Barnes and David Speedie. The substitutes, Peter Beardsley and Jimmy Carter. Everton, who are unchanged, have Neville Southall in goal. Neil MacDonald, John Ebrell, the two fullbacks. Kevin Ratcliffe and Dave Watson. Mike Milligan, Pat Nevin, scorer of the Everton equaliser. Stuart McCall, Kevin Sheedy, who's playing his 250th league game for Everton this afternoon. Peter Beagrie and Graham Sharp. Well, Whelan is all right again. We're underway with the free kick, which is taken by Venison on the far right. It's headed straight back to him, and from halfway inside the Everton half, he pushes a little ball through to Barnes, who, in that almost casual way of his, manages to shimmy past two players, but is forced back and then finds Molby, who now starts to go forward, beats Nevin, plays it square to Burrows, halfway inside the Everton half. He switches the direction to Staunton on the left. Staunton takes on Beagrie. Beagrie gets in the tackle. Ball's deflected over the touchline, level with the Everton area, which is away to our left. That's the Anfield Road end, for those of you who know this ground. And it's clear that Ronnie Whelan is not going to be able to carry on. The ball is out of play for a throw-in, but Ronnie Whelan has signalled to the bench down below us, and Roy Evans will come on now, and sad sight to see Ronnie Whelan limping away, Jim.
Yes, it looks as though it's Carter who's going to get the vote over Beardsley, to me. It's hard to tell just at the moment because Beardsley's been running down the track. But this is a blow to Liverpool. Ronnie Whelan's been out with a hamstring injury, and he was just coming back to full fitness, and he is limping rather badly. So they'll be hoping there's no ligament damage on his ankle, and hoping that it's just a bruise, and it is indeed Carter who gets the vote.
Yes, Jimmy Carter, the recent signing from Millwall, comes on wearing the number 14 red shirt of Liverpool. So Peter Beardsley remains on the bench. The throw-in taken. Carter, of course, will take up a position wide, presumably on the left. That's where he started anyway, as Liverpool win a free kick this time, as Burrows is tripped, and it's Molby who comes across to take it. Deep inside the Everton half. It's on the left, right-footed, curls it in. It's a dangerous one. Speedie, and a goal for Liverpool. David Speedie. Well, that is quite superb. David Speedie, direct from Jan Molby's free kick, which was beautifully curled in. Speedie, who for a little man is so good in the air, just flipped it with his head. Past Southall it went into the back of the net. Speedie's second goal in 2 games on his home debut. It's Liverpool 2, Everton 1.
Well, it was a superb header. We haven't seen a great deal of David Speedie, but in the space of 2 matches he's got 2 goals, and that was a crucial one after Whelan had just gone off. Molby's free kick on the left-hand side of the pitch was taken with his right foot. It was an in-swinger, and it was just enough really for the defenders to give enough problems for the defenders. Speedie saw his chance, and it was an excellent header. Southall never moved at all.
Well, David Speedie managed to find a little space in that Everton area. That's where the questions, I'm sure, will be asked about the defenders not tracking him down. But he really is so good in the air, David Speedie. Over the years, he's scored some superb headed goals for a little man who's just about 5'8", and that one flashed past Southall, as Jim was saying. Back come Everton then. They've got to look for an equaliser again, and a firm header this time from Beagrie goes into the 6-yard box. Nevin takes a tumble, so too does Ablett, but the ball is safely in the clutches of Bruce Grobbelaar, who now throws out to the right to Nicol. Nicol plays it forward to Speedie. Speedie lays it off to Staunton. Little rat-a-tat of misplaced passes, and then Speedie takes a tumble this time. McCall knocks him over, but referee Lester Shapner quite happy to let play go on, and it's all tidied up by Kevin Sheedy, who runs hard at the Liverpool defence, tries to play a 1-2 with McCall, but in quickly nips Ablett, and finally it was Burrows who got to it and played it back to Grobbelaar. Throws out immediately to Barnes. Lovely control from Barnes. First touch for Carter, who goes off down the left at some speed. Nips past one tackle, can't beat the second though. MacDonald gets in the tackle, slides in knocks it over the touchline, throw to Liverpool. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Burrows plays it infield, misplaces the pass. Watson gets it clear. Sharp lays it off to Nevin. Nevin goes up over the halfway line on the Everton right. Crowded out though, and Staunton is having a very fine game indeed. He played very, very well for the Republic of Ireland against Wales on Wednesday, and he's continuing that good form, maturing with every game. Gets it back to Grobbelaar, and again Liverpool set up another attack. Molby, lovely ball to Barnes, who's in space, suddenly gets a little 2-on-1 situation to Carter. Carter's drive is blocked by Watson, and it will be a Liverpool corner.
Molby's pass there, great vision, superbly executed ball, 40 yards from the right half position right across to the left. Everton were caught out. Barnes laid it inside. Carter's shot was on target. Watson though has blocked it. Corner kick.
And it's Carter to take it. Liverpool's first corner of this second half. Their 5th overall, taken to the near post, headed away by MacDonald, only as far as Molby. Brings it down and moves it to his left foot, then plays it square. There's a Morrison, second goal! Speedie again! A second goal for Speedie, a third goal for Liverpool. It was driven in by David Burrows from all of 35 yards. It went like a rocket into the Everton goal area, and Speedie just got a touch, just enough to deflect it past Southall. Liverpool 3, Everton 1.
Well, that was amazing, really. It's Molby, it was, who kept the composure to start with. He sorted Liverpool out, played the ball out to Burrows, and as you say, all of 35 yards, struck it very sweetly about knee height, and it was heading for the far corner, I think, but Speedie just got a touch on it. That was enough. Magical.
Well, Sharp now for Everton, deep inside the area, gets the ball back to John Ebrell, whose right-footed shot, well, he'll be disappointed with it, couldn't really get hold of it at all. He screwed it wide of the right-hand post, but suddenly, in the space of 3 minutes, remember it was 1-1 at half-time, suddenly 2 goals from David Speedie. It's 3 in 2 games since his signing from Coventry, and Liverpool have a 2-goal margin. In terms of the 143 games which have gone before, Liverpool have won 52 of them and Everton 48 of them. So not much in it, but certainly at the moment it's Liverpool having the better of this one, leading by 3-1. Sharp now though, turns Ablett well, twists onto his left foot, then finds Nevin in support on the right, on the edge of the Liverpool area, comes inside Burrows on his left foot, twists back again onto his right. He's got MacDonald outside if he wants him, come inside on his left foot. Across goal it goes. There was a little deflection and a bobble on it. It'll be a corner to Everton. The bobble from Ablett, in fact, deceived Glenn Hussein, who could well have turned it back past Grobbelaar had the ball been travelling a little quicker. But the net result of it all is a corner to Everton.
Yes, there was no real threat, funny enough. Nevin was coming in from the right wing, hit it with his left foot. There was no Everton player running onto it. The trajectory of the pass, it was all red shirts.
Everton with a corner, flicked on at the far post. It was Nevin who'd taken the corner. They'll get another one on the right-hand side this time, so it will be Sheedy, no doubt, who'll come across to take it with his left foot. Nevin, having taken it with his right foot from the far side, swung it in towards goal, so this time with the left foot, Sheedy will take it, collects it now from just in front of the Kop. All crowded into the Liverpool goal area. Grobbelaar pushing people away, giving himself a little space. Sheedy takes it to the near post. Headed clear by Staunton. Back to Sheedy though. Left-footed to the far post. Sharp can't quite reach it. That's going to be another corner. So real pressure now from Everton. 3 corner kicks in the space of a minute. And again it's little Pat Nevin who goes across to take it. Short. Scottish international, dark hair. Always think he looks more like a French film star than a footballer. But right-footed, he'll take this and swing it in towards Grobbelaar's goal. Into the near post, Sharp with a header off the line by Steve Nicol, I think. But Sharp certainly rose above everyone then, headed it down, beat Grobbelaar, and it was off the line. And another corner. And indeed it was Steve Nicol with his left foot, we're pretty sure, who managed to scrape it away. So Sheedy now, a repeat again then of the corner sequence, gets it across, not such a good one this time, hammered away by Staunton. So we're halfway through this second half, Liverpool leading by 3-1, and to take us through to what I'm sure will be an exciting finish, Mike Ingham.
Well, yes, Ron, a goal then from Graham Sharp really would lifted this one up for the climax, but Everton is still pressing, and they've got a free kick because MacDonald, the right fullback, has been fouled. and it's a yard in from the near touchline and almost level with the edge of the Liverpool penalty area, near side. That's the Everton right, and it's to be taken left-footed by Kevin Sheedy. It's headed away by Carter, not very far, blasted back in again by Milligan, just over the bar though, and that's going to be a goal kick to Bruce Grobbelaar. I think we might be requesting an interview with one David Speedie tonight in Sports Report, the man who looks to have transformed this game with those 2 goals at the start of the second half in 3 minutes, just when Liverpool fans must have been a little concerned seeing Ronnie Whelan, the captain, limp off. The very next bit of action, Speedie rose to head in the goal to make it 2-1, and then the second 3 minutes later. 3-1 to Liverpool. Speedie battling again, gets there first for Liverpool down the far side, trades passes with Nicol, and then Nicol plays him into a little bit of trouble, and nevertheless it's a Liverpool throw. Venison to take it down the far side. Venison for Barnes, beautifully brought down as always by Barnes. Now into field for Staunton, who's gone into the centre of the midfield following Whelan's departure. Burrows now, left-hand side. Burrows just on the edge of Everton's area, lays it square for Molby. Molby's little chip, right-footed, headed away by Ebrel, up towards Graham Sharp. Sharp trying to turn Ablett, and lays it to this near side for McDonald. Still inside the Everton half, though. Now Nevin working very hard for Everton, for the substitute Cottee. Everton making lots of passes, but they've arrived back where they started from, inside their own half. High ball now from Dave Watson. Sharp against Ablett. Sharp won that, but Hussein was there helping out, and eventually Grobbelaar, at about the 5th attempt, gets hold of that one inside the 6-yard area.
I think that moment there, just a minute ago actually, the header by Sharp from the corner kick was a vital one. Probably it was a cleared off the line. There was 2 or 3 red shirts there. Sharp did very well, and I think if Everton had got a goal then, they could have really put the pressure on in this last 20 minutes. As it is now, I still feel that they're not carrying real threat in their play. They seem to come so far, and then Liverpool always seem to find a defender.
Keeping you abreast of all of the other football, that's not very difficult today, so little being played. But Chelsea have got one back at Manchester City through Dennis Wise. It's now 2-1 there, Manchester City 2, Chelsea 1. And another goal for Tony Philliskirk of Bolton, so it's now Bolton 1, Huddersfield 1 in the 3rd division. Remember the last time we heard from Ewood Park, Blackburn 0, Portsmouth 1, Colin Clark, and in Scotland, Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Ali McCoy's the goal scorer. Grobbelaar clears for Liverpool in front of the Kop with 19 minutes left. This Merseyside derby by no means over yet, though Liverpool have a 2-goal cushion, leading 3-1, and David Speedie almost in again, but he just lost his footing, and it's with Southall, who doesn't really hang about there at all. Clears quickly from left to right into the Liverpool half. Burrows, who's done some good work defensively for Liverpool, and also popped up with an important shot which led to the 3rd goal, but this time he's made a mistake, and McDonald drifts the ball into the area. Sharp doesn't take it first time, but now he has the ball. He's being forced wide though by Liverpool defenders, and he tried to find Nevin and he couldn't, and Carter's back now helping out the defenders. Burrows is desperately trying to avoid the corner kick, and Liverpool, though the ball has gone out of play, have avoided the corner, and indeed they've got the throw in themselves. David Burrows, the man to take it, the left back who played this week for the England B team against Wales. Burrows throws it down the line. Barnes, and now Carter. Carter though blocked by Milligan, and Everton pushing forward again. Nevin tight to the line, goes inside of Burrows, and then he's caught late by the young left fullback, and the referee Lester Shapter reaches for the top pocket straight away and will inevitably pull out a yellow card here, I think. Nevin just requires a little attention, and Lester Shapter, a little unfortunate because that's the first bookable offence we've seen in this game so far, and David Burrows just having it pointed out to him exactly why he's been booked by Lester Shapter, gets the yellow card. Nevin's okay, and Everton have got the free kick. And Peter Beardsley, the other Liverpool substitute, warming up and screaming 1 or 2 instructions to John Barnes as well. Neil McDonald just being spoken to as well by Lester Shapter because he pushed Burrows after that incident. No, Burrows, and he doesn't take the free kick. Sheedy takes the free kick. It's headed down by Watson. Sharp can't get it now. Liverpool trying to break. Barnes looking for support from Jimmy Carter, and Carter's there, but McDonald backtracks neatly for Everton and stops that attack from going any further. Gets the interception and gives it back to Southall. Another long kick from Southall. Again it's Ablett against Sharp, and Nobody's really won that particular duel. It's back inside Liverpool's half. It's too quickly played by Staunton. Can only give it straight to Ebrel, just inside the Liverpool half, down the far side. And he finds his fellow fullback McDonald, but not for very long. Liverpool belt that one back inside the Everton half. Ratcliffe jumping with Speedie. Speedie won't be denied. And he's won it for Liverpool. He shouldn't have done really, but that was great perseverance by the Scot. Now Liverpool pouring forward following that excellent bit of battling by Speedie. Venison far side. Short ball to Molby. Molby infield to Staunton. What a great example Speedie is to professionals. He battles for... He's going in again there with Dave Watson. This time Watson gets the header, but only as far as Venison over on that far side. And Venison, being squeezed all the time by Cotty, has to go back all the way to his own penalty area to Bruce Grobbelaar. And now Liverpool try their luck down this left-hand side. 16 minutes left at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Everton 1. 2 goals from David Speedie at the start of the second half, after 1 goal each in the first half. And now Burrows trying to play the ball through for John Barnes, was just 5 yards in front of Barnes. Southwell again clears quickly downfield. Sharp battles with Ablett, and Staunton is there to help out. Staunton hasn't got that under control though, and as McCall came in to challenge, Staunton left his foot up, and Everton have got the free kick, though first of all Lester Shapter wants to speak to Jan Molby. Free kick to Everton, just inside the Liverpool half. McDonald, the former Newcastle player, edge of the centre circle to take it. Only Ebrel stays back. Watson's made a movement forward inside that penalty area. Ratcliffe's gone forward as well. The free kick is nudged forward for Milligan. And now for Sheedy on the edge of the area. Sheedy can't turn, so he has to give it back again to McDonald. High ball from McDonald, and that's an easy one for Hussein to clear. Ratcliffe pressing back for Everton. Over on the far side with Sheedy. Sheedy up towards the substitute Cotty. Cotty being forced back all the time though. Good work from Liverpool, holding their line on the edge of the area. And now Everton get the ball wide to the far side. Ratcliffe in an unaccustomed position, but not a good ball in from Ratcliffe. Neatly taken on the chest by Nicol, and now on the floor for Nicol. Nicol into the Everton half. Barnes. Square ball for Carter, who's playing left and right. He's over at the far side at the moment. Now Molby. Molby looks to the near side to see who's there. Burrows is there, as always. Burrows going forward, trying to line up a left-footed shot perhaps. Whips the cross in, and that's too near Southwell in the end. Southwell pushes Barnes out of the way, and then throws accurately to Sheedy. Everton breaking well here. Nevin, that's a fine ball for Cotty. Over on the far side as Sharp tries to get himself in the area. Cotty holds, crosses, oh, and that was a poor cross. Far too high, and he acknowledges the fact. He sticks up his left hand, apologises to Graham Sharp. We have 14 minutes to go. It's still 3-1 to Liverpool, but they're still being pressed back inside their own half here. They've got a throw-in close to the corner flag. David Burrows to take it. And that really was a disappointing finish after a fine move involving Nevin. Cotty's cross was nowhere near Graham Sharp, and the Everton throw to be taken by Stuart McCall. I thought that was going to be a Liverpool throw. So McCall, so did the players. McCall's throw down to Nevin. Nevin, the crowd appeal for handball, and Liverpool get it away, and that's going to be their throw this time. Jimmy Armfield.
Yes, it was a waste by Cotty there. It was a good move by Everton, quick on the break, and then the cross was too far, went over everybody. But I still feel that at this particular moment it's Molby who's controlling the game from the centre of the field in front of the 2 central defenders. He's spraying passes around, and he's getting a lot of assistance, particularly down this left side from Burrows, Barnes and Staunton.
The man who'll grab the headlines though is Speedie, and now he finds Barnes. Barnes just taking on one too many Everton players, and Everton play some neat passes down this near side. McCall goes through the legs of Staunton and then hits it forward quickly. A nice layoff from Sharp. Nevin's inside the area, right edge. Can't get the cross in. He's blocked by 2 Liverpool defenders, but he gets the corner kick. Corner kick to Everton, who have a matter of 12 minutes or so left in this game to pull at least one back here and put pressure on Liverpool, who are poised to go back on top of the first division. Cross comes in, looking for Sharp. Sharp jumping, and Hussein gets it not very far. McCall cracks that one in. Venison has to be careful on the penalty spot. Liverpool living dangerously, and in the end Dave Watson tried the shot. Looks for the deflection, it wasn't there, and Liverpool really had to keep their composure there, because that was bouncing around, spinning around in the area. In the end it went wide of Grobbelaar's right hand post, and that's a goal kick to him. And just to repeat, of course, Liverpool if they even draw this game, will go top of the First Division tonight. Arsenal 51 points, Liverpool 51. Liverpool will have played the same number of games as Arsenal, 24. 3-1 they lead. Grobbelaar with the goal kick. He made one fine save in the first half from a sharp header. Kick into the centre circle. Carter is easily beaten by Watson, but the ball forced to Liverpool on the floor. But it was a poor one from Burrows to Barnes. Didn't really give him much of a chance. And now Everton set off again. Nevin quickly played. McDonald now into the gap on this near side. McDonald forward, right-footed cross. Hussein has missed it. Fortunately for him, Venison was there. Otherwise, Sharp would have been through. Liverpool get the ball into the Everton half, and Speedie didn't seem to know where the ball was, and Ratcliffe's taken it away from him. But nevertheless, Liverpool have got a throw, and Speedie's taken it quickly. Speedie combining with Barnes. Barnes shuffling forward. Great run here from Barnes. All left-footed. Now puts his foot on the ball, teases Dave Watson, tries to get the cross in, and in the end he doesn't get the cross in. Watson did his job well there, the defender, and that's gone behind Southall's goal for a goal kick to Everton, and they've got just 10.5 minutes left to get back in this game. Jim?
I don't think there are many options left open to Howard Kendall now, but obviously I think his two full-backs have got to start pushing forward. They've got to try and get some width into their attacks now, get the crosses in for Sharp, because that to me looks to be the real danger point for Everton. Free kicks, corners and the crosses onto Sharp.
Carter now showing great pace, taking on Watson again. He's inside the area. Carter slides the ball back. Ebrel's there, taking it away from his own goalkeeper Southall, and McDonald helps the ball out of that area. McCall battles with Burrows. He spins around Burrows and now sets it up for Nevin. Nevin forward for Cotty, who's onside, bursting down this near side. Can he put over a better cross this time? Cotty's cross is headed behind spectacularly by Glenn Hussein, almost loses his captain's armband in the process. Gets a word of encouragement from Bruce Grobbelaar, and Everton have got a corner attacking the Kop. Kevin Sheedy to take it. The day is still clear and cool and dry, and nobody's leaving this one. 38,000 people here watching Kevin Sheedy curling a left-footed corner in to the near post. Headed away by Liverpool, but it's back again with Sheedy now. 10 yards away from the area. Sheedy's cross flicked away. McCall drives it in, and that's just wide. It was deflected as well by a Liverpool player, and it's another corner, and that was not very far away at all. And Sheedy now to slot it up again for Everton. 9 minutes to go. Liverpool 3, Everton 1, corner kick to Everton. Battling all the way, the corner kick comes into the near post. Grobbelaar's nowhere, but a defender helps it away. Milligan's there for Everton. Back to the centre circle for Abrel as Liverpool push out now, hoping to catch Everton offside. Everton keep the possession. Cotty neatly flicked to the far side to McCall, who was so close a few seconds ago. Back again to Ratcliffe. High ball from Ratcliffe, aimed towards Sharp. Grobbelaar's there, 15 yards out, and holds on to it.
Bit of bad luck for Everton that. They put a few passes together, and when the ball came from McCall, I thought it was destined for the corner of the net. It took a slight deflection, just went past the post. They've had one cleared off the line, and another goal-bound shot deflected.
And now Liverpool looking to make absolutely certain, set off again and find Carter. Carter holding and then trying to go outside Watson. Watson's too experienced to fall for that one, and Watson takes it away from Carter. But Liverpool win it back again. Good work in the air by Burrows. Barnes, 25 yards out. And Barnes confuses himself then, and Everton take it away. And Nevin lays it in field for McCall. McCall crosses the halfway line, plays it through the gap looking for Cotty. Grobbelaar comes 5, 10, 15 yards out of his area and finds touch, as he had to do once he'd made that decision. Ball out of play. And the roar you can hear behind me is because Peter Beardsley is coming on here for David Speedie for the last 8 minutes. The two players shake hands. Beardsley pats Speedie on the back. Speedie might well have won this game for Liverpool, but now Peter Beardsley is reunited with John Barnes in the Liverpool side, and there is plenty of incentive for him to charge around Anfield for these last 7 minutes. Beardsley then is on, looking to try and get into the game straight away. Barnes is trying to win the ball for Liverpool just down below us, and he's got the decision against McDonald. It's going to be Liverpool's throw-in. Burrows to take it. Marvellous position to be in, though, of course, when you're leading 3-1, and then you can bring a player of Beardsley's quality into the game. And Beardsley now, who got 2 goals at Goodison earlier in the season, trying to get his first touch, but he couldn't that time. Everton win it, but Beardsley comes typically scrambling back inside his own half to deny Sheedy, and Liverpool's Burrows now goes through the centre of the field. He's fouled by McCall. That's a free kick to Liverpool, but there have really not been too many bad fouls in this game. Just the one from Burrows when he was rightly booked for the challenge on Pat Nevin. But it's, as always, these Merseyside derbies tend to be very good-spirited, hugely competitive occasions. 3-1 to Liverpool, 6 minutes to go. Free kick is taken by Ablett. Looking for Barnes. McDonald heads it away from Barnes, but Carter picks it up down this near side, but then he can't really take it in his stride, and that's gone out of play for Everton's throw. The Everton supporters still singing their songs and encouraging Howard Kendall's team. 1 goal would still make it very, very interesting here, but they've only got 6 minutes left and they have 2 to pull back. Ratcliffe, the captain, breasts the ball down and then works it to the far side of the field. Off Ebrel's head, it's for Sheedy. No, it's not, because Venison goes strongly in to take it away from Kevin Sheedy, and the ball is right back inside the Everton half. Referee's just talking to Barry Venison. I think that has the challenge been penalised? No, he's signalling a throw-in over on the far side for Everton on the halfway line. Ebrel takes it, and somebody needs to get this under control, get it down. It was all up in the air, now it's with Ratcliffe at the back. Ratcliffe square ball for Watson, plenty of space for him. Now being challenged by Carter. Not a good ball that by Watson, played Sheedy into a certain amount of trouble, and now Liverpool neatly forward. Molby again involved. Staunton 25 yards out, playing it through for Jimmy Carter to make the run, but Dave Watson, having initially made a bad error, retrieves for Everton, and Southall clears downfield, headed on by Cotty. Sharp now. Sharp just can't get there, and Burrows did for Liverpool. Back with Grobbelaar. Jimmy.
There's a typical example of what I mean, Mike, about Molby. The control he's had in the centre field in the second half. Ball just played into him, very simple, on the edge of the centre circle, but his first time delivery set 3 players in attacking positions and left Everton, with only 2 defenders. He could have had a chance there. He's passing in this half. Of course, he's always had wonderful vision and passing. People have questioned his mobility, but I've always rated Molby very highly.
Molby playing today because Steve McMahon is injured. There's no Ian Rush there either, and Ronnie Whelan's gone off injured, but you'd never notice. Liverpool leading 3-1 here against Everton with not a lot of time left. And Dave Watson again retrieving for Everton, reminding you that Manchester City lead Chelsea 2-1. It's Blackburn 0, Portsmouth 1, Bolton 1, Huddersfield 1. In Scotland, Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Reports on all those games coming shortly. Here again, Everton looking to substitute Tony Cotty, but Hussein's there first again for Liverpool, and it's with Barry Venison on the edge of the area. Venison, he really played Staunton into trouble there, into the centre of, and Staunton shakes his fist there at Venison. The game continues over on the far side, and Everton have got a throw-in. Jan Molby, who's had a fine game here, gave Liverpool the lead, deflected after 16 minutes. Right on half-time, Pat Nevin scrambled an equaliser for Everton. And then at the start of the second half, 2 goals in 3 minutes from David Speedie on his home debut. Liverpool lead 3-1. Everton again, trying their luck down the far side. But Sheedy, under great pressure from Steve Nicol, takes his eye off the ball and puts his foot out, puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be Liverpool's throw. First goal from Sheedy, a free kick taken by Molby. He rose unchallenged to head past Southall, and the second was a great reflex finish following a drive from 35 yards from David Burrows. 3-1 then. Milligan for Everton, going straight down the centre. Everton a little crowded out there. Now they've got a little shape and a little width over on that far side. Nevin drives it straight at Nicol, looks for the handball. Play on though, says Lester Shapter. And it's Liverpool's possession again inside the area with 3.5 minutes or so left.
I wouldn't think now that Everton are going to get back into it. It seems to have running against them all the time. They seem to get so far, and then they just seem to have, the conviction seems to go when they get to the edge of the area. I think they're short of a player in the centre of the field who can do what Molby's done in this second half.
Still working hard though is Nevin. Nevin jinking, gets the shot in just over the bar. Grobbelaar went for it, then just ducked out of it at the last second and didn't need to apply the fingertips. Nevin coming in from the angle, and that's a goal kick to Liverpool. Bruce Grobbelaar to take it. Turning points perhaps then after those 2 goals from David Speedie. Nicol clearing off the line from Sharp following a corner, and then McCall, who of course got 2 goals against Liverpool in the FA Cup final, was just wide. Blackburn, by the way, have equalised against Portsmouth, a Chris Sully penalty at Ewood Park, so Blackburn at last starting to get some reward for having the undersaw heating for that game. Liverpool look to have got the reward with 3 points unless Everton can really produce a dramatic finish. It's with McDonald down the right-hand side. McDonald's cross to the far post. That looks to be running away from everybody, but it's kept in over on the far side by Barry Venison. Venison, who's come back into the team today and has moved reliably back into the back four. Most accomplished, experienced player, and he's now facing a kick downfield from Neville Southwell, which Graham Sharp heads to this near side to McDonald. McDonald again, another high ball. Hussein comes first for it. Now Liverpool look to Nicol to clear, but he was brushed aside by Ebrel. So Liverpool are still having to do a spot of defensive work. Ebrel again taking on Nicol. Nicol has obstructed Ebrel, and that is a free kick to Everton, level with the edge of Liverpool's area over on the far side. But we have entered the last minute of this game. 3-1 to Liverpool. Sheedy's free kick, left-footed into the area, Sharp with a header, and this time Grobbelaar able to move across and catch comfortably above his head, and then looking for accuracy throws the ball up to the halfway line where Milligan disputes possession with Carter. Molby now showing all that authority in midfield, lays it to this left-hand side for Carter. Can Liverpool score a fourth? And Carter gives it to Barnes. Back again to Carter. No, it wasn't back again to Carter. That was not a good return ball by Barnes that time. He acknowledges it as well, and Southwell clears a little bit flatter this time for Everton. Sharp flicks it on, hoping that Cottee will be there, but Hussein was there for Liverpool. Back inside Everton's half. Barnes picks up the loose ball. Can't find Carter. McDonald is strong on the ball, but we only have seconds left, and Lester Shapter has looked at his watch already, and Everton force the ball to the far side for Ebrel. Ebrel just inside the Liverpool half. Square ball for Milligan. Milligan beaten by Molby, but he comes back to have a second go, Milligan. Milligan with his right foot drifts that up towards the area. Sharp got a delicate little flick on. Burrows up in the air from him. Sharp heads it back. Barnes is covering. Ablett with his back to go. Oh, Liverpool have put themselves in trouble here. A chance for Cottee to centre this one for Everton. Not a good centre though. It runs away from Sharp to the far side of the field. But still Everton keep the possession. But we're playing injury time at Anfield. Sheedy with a left-footed shot. And it's a comfortable one for Grobbelaar to crouch and catch just 2 yards from his line. And that, I think, is that. We've played already 45 seconds of added time. Liverpool are going back on top of the First Division. They lead Everton here in the Mersey Derby, the 144th in the First Division, by 3-1. And still time for Liverpool to garnish it even more as Barnes finds Carter. Carter holds and then bursts and plays it to Molby. Molby somewhat arrogantly just keeping possession for Liverpool, but then over-elaborating, and Everton nick it away from him. But they're right back inside their own half. Now Sharp taking on Venison. Venison, no. Well in for Liverpool. Nicol, 15 yards inside the Everton half. He's got Beardsley available down the right. Beardsley, in the 7 minutes that he's been on, really hasn't been able to make any impression at all. Beardsley still has it, far side, but can only go back again to Venison. And now Nicol. And now Venison. Liverpool just playing out time, very evidently here. Little chip from Venison, nobody bothered to make the run. Everton have to run to retrieve and give it, perhaps for the last time, to their goalkeeper Southwell, who made one superb save from Barnes in the first half. But despite that, it looks like his team are going to go behind here as Grobbelaar, little eccentrically, comes out of his goal, uses his chest by the linesman over on the far side, then hits that as far as he can into the crowd in the Kemlyn Road stand over on the far side. And Everton have got a throw-in, but I don't really think it's going to matter now. We've played over 2 minutes of added time, and following the throw-in, it's with Sheedy. Sheedy trying to drag this one back for Dave Watson, who's gone forward to help out the forwards. The cross comes in for the last time. Glenn Hussein shakes his fists at the Kop behind Grobbelaar's goal, thanks them for their support, and Liverpool have won the Mersey Derby yet again. But even more importantly, from Kenny Dalglish's point of view, they are now back on top of the First Division, 3 points clear of Arsenal.
Yes, back on top of the First Division, and the perfect boost really for the return match next weekend in the FA Cup. I think Liverpool always had the edge in the second half. Speedy, a couple of goals. We'll get the headlines tomorrow, but The players who influenced it all for me were Staunton, Burrows and Molby. Molby I thought was outstanding in the second half. Staunton seems to grow in stature and in composure and in ability every time I see him. And even though Rush and McMahon weren't playing and Whelan had to limp out of it, I still thought that in the second half Liverpool did enough to win. I think there's a few problems for Everton though before next week. For Howard Kendall, one, he's got to find some better support for Sharp, who was a threat all through the match. They lost the midfield battle certainly in the last second half, and he will hope that Hinchcliffe is fit to come in at left full back to give him a bit more width.
Thanks, Jimmy. So a goal for David Speedie on his debut at Manchester United last Sunday. 6 days later, he's gone even better. 2 goals on his home debut. It made all the difference in the end. The final score here, Liverpool 3, Everton 1. Another shrewd investment secured the 3 points for Liverpool. David Speedie, who'll reach the grand old age of 31 in the next few days, scored on his Liverpool debut at Manchester United last Sunday, and today on his home debut in the game that matters most to his teammate, to his team's fans, the little Scot struck 2 goals in 3 minutes at the start of the second half to settle this contest. For the first, he rose unchallenged to head home a free kick from Molby, and for the second, he needed the reflexes of a mongoose to get the faintest of touches to a pile driver from Burrows. Molby, deputising superbly for McMahon, had given Liverpool a 16th minute lead after a combination of poor-headed clearances by Ratcliffe and Watson. But Everton deserved to turn round level at half-time, and they did so when Nevin scrambled the ball over the line from virtually the last kick of the half, a half that also produced thrilling saves from Grobbelaar and Southall. Everton had their moments again in the second half, but Speedie's 3-minute extravaganza turned out to be decisive, and Liverpool, even without the injured Ian Rush, always carried the greater threat. So where does all this leave the cup meeting between these two sides again tomorrow week? Jimmy Armfield.
Well, Everton did a lot of good things today. They might have had a couple of goals in the second half through McCall and Sharp. One cleared off the line, one deflected past the post. But I thought in the second half it was Liverpool's midfield that dominated. Speedie will grab the headlines tomorrow, but it was Staunton and Burrows who were giving great support on the left-hand side, and Molby who, to me, controlled this game. And that is the overriding problem that will leave Howard Kendall for next Saturday. 1 point, I think he will hope that Hinchcliffe is fit, if only to get Ebrel back into midfield, because I feel it's in that area that Everton have got to strengthen before that cup tie so they can provide for support for Graham Sharp.
Thanks, Jimmy. Jimmy Armfield, who's now off to Old Trafford to see Manchester United against Leeds.
Liverpool have 54 points, Arsenal have 51, then Crystal Palace 48. All the sides at the top have now played the same number of games.
Yes, at last, David Speedie has joined us. David, many congratulations. I mean, it's a phenomenal start for you with Liverpool, isn't it?
The main thing is getting the 3 points today. Luckily for me, I've got 2 goals. Very happy with the result. But we've got it all to do again next week.
It's 2 you're claiming, though there was a deflection for the first one, I suppose. It could have been a peculiar hat-trick, couldn't it?
It could have been, but I'm not claiming that. I was trying to get out of the way more than anything, and Jan struck it well, and at the end of the day, it's in the back of the net, his goal.
It was 1-1 at half-time and very tight at that stage, and really the 2 goals then early in the second half virtually killed the game off.
Well, it killed Everton off, that is for sure. All credit to Everton. I think they played pretty well. But, at the end of the day, we've got the 3 points, which matters.
It really has been a phenomenal start for you, though, hasn't it? I mean, a goal last week at Old Trafford in your first game, and then your first home game, a Mersey derby, and you get 2 and virtually win the game. I mean, it's a dream come true, isn't it?
It's very satisfying from a personal point of view, but I still feel I'm not 100% fit, and I'm not playing to the best of my ability yet. Once I do that, hopefully I can get more goals for Liverpool and help them to win Championship.
What about actually settling in here? Has that been easy?
Very easy, because I know most of the lads over the years, and at international level I know quite a few of them through that. So they've made me feel very welcome, and I'd like to thank them all individually for that.
It's nice too to be back on top of the First Division tonight.
Yeah, I believe so. Arsenal have drawn, and we've gone to the top of the table, and hopefully we're going to stay there.
You did very briefly mention next week, because you've got it all to do again. Will this week's result have any effect on next week in the cup tie?
No, it's a different game altogether. We'll go into that game with a different, the same attitude, that we want to win. It's a different game, and we'll be going out there 100% to win it.
But a great afternoon for you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, David.